Hi everybody, it's Doreen and welcome back to day 15 of Christmas cards with the Cricut. This is the card for day 15 and if you look at it, it looks like a snow globe. It has water in it and snowflakes. So let's get started so I can show you how I made this. Okay everybody, the first thing you need to do when making this card, or what I did when I made this card, was you first have to prep your little cup to put the water in. And as you can see, I can shake it and no water is going to come out. These little cups are by Stampin' Up! And they're called Sweet Treat cups. And they basically look like this, and they have an adhesive along the top here, and if you flip it over it looks like that. And what I did was I cut a piece of acetate, or you could also use, I had some shrink plastic, so when I made the first card I used acetate. I didn't have any more acetate, but I did have some shrink plastic, so I used the shrink plastic. And I cut the shrink plastic 2 3/4 by 2 3/4 square. And I took and it removed the adhesive along the top here of the Sweet Tree cup, and then adhered that down. But before I adhered it, I did add a little bit of glitter, and it's called Crystal Rainbow. I put just a little amount in there, and then I put my snowflakes inside, and then I took a small cup of water, not even, I think I filled it a third way up. Then I added the adhesive on I removed the adhesive and added the shrink plastic or acetate. And then once I did that, I took a piece of cardstock that measures 2 3/4 by 2 3/4, and I ran it through my Xyron machine so I could get it sticky on all sides. And I put that on top of the acetate or shrink plastic and the Sweet Tree cup. Then once that was done, I took it and I flipped it over, and then I took some glossy accents and I went along the edges of the Sweet Tree cup. And that's basically so you can seal in the water. And then I let that dry overnight. And this is what you get. So that's how you prepare your cup, or your Sweet Tree cup. The next thing I did was I prepared the card. To make the card, I cut out from the, let's see which cartridge that was, A Child's Year. I cut out this card on page 77, and I cut that 5 1/2. And actually, I shouldn't say I cut this out. Before I cut this out, I laid this out on my gypsy, and I put the made it 5 1/4, and then I took the George cartridge and took this circle, which is on page 108, and I moved that inside the card from A Child's Year so that I could get it to cut this circle. And the way it looks on the gypsy is it ended up looking like so. And let me zoom in so you can see it. So it kind of looks like that. And then I went ahead and I cut out, you'll need to cut 2 of them, and I'll tell you why in a minute. So once I cut both of them out, I took the first one and I ran it through my Cuttlebug using the snowflakes folder, which looks like this. And then once I had that one cut out, what you're going to do next is you're going to go ahead and take the second one, and I scored it at the 4 1/4 inch mark. And then you're going to go ahead and just cut that. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this real quick, like so. And I did a previous video on the perfect trimmer or paper trimmer, that I was looking for the perfect paper trimmer. I've gone through several different ones. So far, this one has been working really great for me. I really like it. This is the Premium Fiskars paper trimmer. So now that I have that piece cut out, what you'll do next is you're going to go ahead and actually, before you even insert your sweet treat cup, I'm going to go ahead and get my ribbon ready. So I cut out a piece of ribbon, and this ribbon measures 6.5 inches. And I'm going to cut a slit in my card down here at the bottom, just right along the edge here. And this is so I can insert my ribbon. And you'll see why in a minute. So I put a slit in there, and I'm going to run it through to the other side. I might need to make my slit just a little bit bigger. Let's see if I can get it in here without not having to go through. Okay. I'm going to pull that through and keep pulling till I get to the other side, like so. And go ahead, and I'm going to tape this side down with some tape. Just tape it down. And then I'm going to go ahead and line up. And I probably could have came up a little higher with this. I don't measure, I just kind of eyeball it. So it is actually lower than what I really wanted it. But that's okay. It'll still work. Okay, so sometimes you need to measure, sometimes you don't. It's a preference. And I didn't measure on this one either. I just kind of eyeballed it. So it ends up looking like this. Now you can take your sweet treat cup and you're going to go ahead and just insert it inside. And as you can see, it then comes out when you lay it flat, it lays this way. So now that second piece that I said to cut, that actually is going to go on top, like so. So then that when you close the card, you have that double layer there. So let me go ahead and put some tape using my ATG gun. Let's pull it out. And I want to make sure I put the tape on the right side. So it's going to go on this side. And I'm going to make sure I get lots of tape on there. Like I said, I've made this card probably about 4 days ago, and no water has leaked out yet. And I actually learned this technique, or actually saw it, when I went to a Stampin' Up! Demonstration. She had the card already made up. She didn't show how to make it. She just kind of went through and explained the demonstrator what she did to make it. And I went on ahead and ordered the sweet treat cups, and I've had them actually since Valentine's Day, and I never used them. So I just decided to pull them out to make this card. So then I'm going to go ahead and tape that down. So there you have it. So there's your snow globe. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and just bling it up a little bit. I have these snowflakes that I picked up at Michael's. They're like foam, I guess you'd call them foam snowflakes. Or they're snowflakes made out of foam. And I'm just going to kind of put them anywhere around. I'll put one down there, one around there, and one around there. And then this one in the middle, these right here were already had the glitter on them, but they didn't have any of the bling. So I took my rock tool again and went ahead and put some bling in the middle. This one did not have glitter on it at all. So I took this one and put some adhesive on, and the adhesive that I used was this super quick grip spray adhesive. I sprayed that on the foam snowflake, and then I sprinkled it with the crystal rainbow glitter. And then I added the bling in the middle using my rock tool. So I'm going to go ahead and pull the tape off, because these were already had tape on the back. And I just want to put my snowflake about right there. And then also, I'm going to go ahead just to adhere the ribbon down just a little bit in the front here. I always take a zip dot and put that down there in the middle, just to hold it down. So I'm going to go ahead and take the tape off the back of the rest of the snowflakes, and I'll be right back. Okay, everybody, thanks to the magic of editing, I did go back and move my ribbon up a little higher. So I ended up just cutting another card. So now for the inside, I've stamped on my sample one, Let It Snow. For this one, I'm going to put a personal sentiment in it, because this is the card I'm going to be giving my husband for Christmas. So that's it. Thanks for watching, everybody. This is the card for day 15 of Christmas Cards with the Cricut.